Welcome to Good Times with Alex and Ryan. I'm Ryan W. Sprague. You can find me at any social media at Ryan W. Sprague. And Alex, what's going on?
Well, other than you having a luscious haircut,
Mm-hmm.
you can follow me on Twitter at VanDollar15. You can follow me on YouTube at Alex Vanover. And you can follow me on the Instagram at Alex Vanover15.
That's right. And a big, big thanks to those people who are already subscribed and hit those notifications over on whatever you're listening to. Big thanks. And to those who aren't, what are you doing? Join the good timers now, because you're missing out.
They're like, let's get FOMO. I want FOMO. Let's not watch the show. Let's not have a good time.
Exactly.
I want that.
Do it. Subscribe.
Masochist.
Do it.
You're starting to look a little bit like Shia LaBeouf. You're getting kind of buffed out.
Do
it. You're looking good.
Well, thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
So let's get started. Let's get into the show.
All right, let's do it.
What's going on, Alex? What do you got for me?
Well, today, this episode is all about the news. So we got the news today.
News.
Ryan, breaking news today. Breaking news. This is a huge story.
I'm ready.
All right. Do you remember the show Tiger King? We talked about it in previous episodes. The cultural phenomenon, the hit
Epic.
That took over coronavirus
Amazing.
lockdown.
Yes. Everybody was watching it. If you didn't, well, I don't know what to tell you. It's still on there.
Yeah, we actually have a previous episode where we review the Tiger King series, so go check that out. It's in the episodes, previous episodes.
And it's great. That's a Joe Exotic promise.
It is a Joe Exotic promise.
All you cool cats and kittens, you better be watching that.
If you don't enjoy it, you're not going to be able to partake in the meat truck from Walmart barbecue.
All right.
Ryan, breaking news. Carol Baskin has been awarded Joe Exotic Zoo. It's official.
Oh!
Jeff no longer has the zoo. Carol Baskin is going to take control of the property, the zoo, anything that's on the zoo, and the vehicles on the zoo.
Carol Baskin's
taken over, man. She's got
taken over
because apparently what happened was there was, and I couldn't believe that this is what the court said. Apparently Joe Exotic transferring the zoo over to Jeff. There was some sort of shadiness and shenanigans going on, and it wasn't quite legal, so it didn't hold up in court. So Carol Baskin's going to get it because of the judgment that was on Joe Exotic. So sorry, Joe.
I kind of get it. So they already said, all this assets are Carol's. They already said that, and he can't sell assets that aren't his. So that's what happened. She already had it, and so she's like, save the tigers! Save the tigers!
Ryan, I think that he tried to transfer the zoo over to Jeff, and before the judgment came down, and the court's like, listen, this is worse than your pizza restaurant you have that uses leftover meat from the Walmart truck. And by the way, I've thought about this long and hard. The only pizza you could be able to get on a consistent basis from that pizza restaurant would be a combo, because he's just got random meat. You'd never know what kind of meat was going to be on that stuff.
Look at this. I have beef. I have ham. I have pepperoni and a little tiger meat. Exotic.
Yeah, and it is tiger meat, but I killed that animal humanely because that dirty tiger that little tried to attack me, and I didn't have my good leather pants on, and my Prince Albert got caught on the fence.
Dude, they just watched him almost get eaten by a tiger. They're like, yep, there he goes.
I know, they were like, oh man, I hope this actually does happen so we can take over the good trailer on the property. The only trailer on the property that didn't have asbestos and wasn't leaking 24/7 and actually had Mountain Dew in the fridge. They had their eye on that sucker.
Did you take my Mountain Dew? Let me smell
your
breath.
Ryan, we're going to move on to the next story. So we're going back to the state of Florida, of course.
No way.
Yeah,
man.
We're going all the way to Florida, Ryan. The Sunshine State, baby.
Oh boy. I'm so surprised. It's never in the news.
There was.
I think Alex, you're just picking on Florida. I think you've got something against it because there's no way.
I think they bring it on themselves.
No way, all this news.
All right, Ryan, brace yourself. Florida high school, Somerset Island Prep, decided they were going to let their kids, their very privileged kids, graduate on jet skis. So they actually rode up to get their diploma on a jet ski. The graduating class had 11 students.
Okay, well, that's pretty cool.
Well,
I think it's pretty cool.
I mean, that's all right. That's cool. I mean, it's all right.
11 people?
Come on, that's the height of that's the height of privilege. Come on now.
I don't know. If you can do it, why not? I would do it. Like that guy, like that guy on the jet ski and Joe's
Tiger King
and Tiger King.
Oh my gosh, he had the meme of the year. That guy looked like a normal guy who got stung by a bunch of murder hornets. Like he looked like Will Smith in Hitch after he got stung by all those bees. Woo!
I gotta watch that movie again.
Do you remember that in the trailer?
No, I don't.
You remember that in the trailer? He gets stung by a bunch of bees, and he looks in the camera, and he's like, "Oh, woo!"
No, I don't.
Ridiculous.
But that sounds pretty funny. Anyways, would you do it? Would you be riding up on jet skis and being like, yeah, get my diploma? You froze.
There's a flaw in this in this question, Ryan, because there's no way my family was affording a jet ski, let alone a rental of a jet ski, let alone owning one. And furthermore, if we had one, we'd never be able to afford the tuxedo and the gas. There's no way. You have to tow my ass up there on a dinghy.
Okay, what if the school is paying it because there's a rich donor?
Okay, well,
maybe that's what's going on. Huh?
I would be down with that then. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
So
I'd be down with
there's
that.
a lot of different things that could be going on. You can't just choose one. Maybe that's what happened. Someone very rich was like, you know what? These kids need an awesome graduation. Jet skis, parachutes, SR-71, flying overhead, all that. I don't know, fireworks, sharks.
Hey, they better just make sure the freaking. They better make sure excuse my language.
Whoa.
They better make sure that those jet skis are 6 feet apart. I just dropped that bomb.
Well, Alex, I thought
we're doing it live.
We are. I thought this was going to be an easy edit. Now I got to look for that.
No, that was the first word that I've cussed in the entire time we've done this. All right, now listen.
You're getting a little too comfortable, Alex.
I think I am, man. Hey, so in Ontario, Canada, we're going north of the border now. We're going to Canada.
Oh, Canada, my home and native land.
Ryan, this was a person cut from the same cloth as you, buddy. There was a teen who got pulled over because he was going 191 miles per hour.
What up? Oh, how did he even get caught going that fast?
Yeah, I know. You wouldn't be able to see him.
That's right. So he would be like a flash. Like, how did they catch him? What?
I have no idea. It leads me back to my previous question in another episode. How did the freaking 4-year-old who was going to California to buy the Lamborghini get on I-5 or get on the highway? How do these things happen? No one knows. It's like the same thing with the Tootsie Roll lollipop. How many licks does it take to get to the center? No one knows. The world may never know. If he's going 191 miles per hour, he's already committed to the fact that he's going to be an idiot that night. He might as well take him on a chase, right?
That's right.
He's already all in. Why the hell is he stopping?
That reminds me of this. There was this video they showed in Dallas of this Lamborghini that spun out and hit the wall, and no one knows who it was or anything because the guy rented it and he just left it there.
He left his Lambo?
Yeah, well, he rented it, so he left it.
Did he have insurance on it though?
I don't know. I'm sure the rental company took care of it because if you just rent it, and then you crash it, you'll probably have to pay a lot of money, but
dude, if I had a Lamborghini, I'd take that back the last second of the rental allotment time. I would ride that thing all over North Bend and Coos Bay and be like, hey, remember me? Got a Lambo now. See this door?
Well, okay, I'll let you on a little secret too.
All right.
On Instagram and YouTube and all that, people brag that they have Lambos and all this stuff. They're just renting them.
That's fine. Fake it till you make it. That's what we're doing basically with the show.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm more honest. So like if you any of y'all see me in a Lambo, it's because we've rented it, because we want you to follow us and look at us and it's because we're flexing. Flexing means like just showing off all our money and stuff. So I'm just letting you know now. Okay, revert back to this episode when you're watching us in our Lambos showing off. Okay.
They got Lamborghini doors on the Escalade. Ryan, you know what they call Ryan? You know what they call flexing nowadays? The kids call them
what?
They call it flossing. You're flossing, son.
No, that's that dance, right?
Oh my gosh, from Fortnite?
Yeah.
I worked at a bowling alley.
That was copied from some kid. Some kid was doing it, and Fortnite takes all these trends and puts it in there.
Dude.
What was that look, Alex? What was that look?
I'm telling you, I worked at a bowling alley. I worked at a bowling alley in Albany, and I did Cosmic Bowl. About 70% of the bowling alley would be doing the flossing dance. Seriously, all night long, just randomly, in between bowling shots, in between getting a piece of pizza, in between taking a bathroom break, they just flossed all the way to the counter, get their rental shoes, go to the back, do whatever, go play some pinball, be flossing there too.
The kid that invented that,
Bastards.
He tried to sue Fortnite. He's like, I invented it when I was going on an airplane, and they stole it, so I'm suing them. And it's like, you can't.
Ryan, is the little kid's last name Gore?
I don't know what his last name was.
I invented the internet. I'm Al Gore. I clearly invented the internet.
I invented it.
Dude, you didn't catch that joke at all. That thing
I
right
get
over
it.
your freshly shaved head.
No, I remember that. I remember when he did that. I invented the.
Your
just
old
back when I invented the internet.
Joke.
Huh?
Your old haircut would have caught that joke. Right in the Sprague's nest. Yep.
I got it, Alex. Come on now. It didn't whoosh over me like, some stuff was whooshed over you. Whoosh. How many of the audience caught that? Leave us a comment so we can comment back.
Yeah, hey, all three of you in the chat. Somebody leave a comment in case they caught that.
Did it go whoosh?
Ryan, I got another story for you. There's a nurse, and she's in big trouble, Ryan. She was in big trouble this week.
Uh-oh. What
do you think happened?
I think that I don't know. What happened, Alex? I'm at a loss. I cannot figure out what someone could have done.
So this gal, who's a nurse, the place she works at is like extremely hot now that she has to wear PPE, because all nurses have to wear extra PPE when they're dealing with people that are at the hospital or the clinic. So she took matters into her own hands and she decided to wear a bikini underneath her PPE. But what she didn't realize was that her PPE was see-through. So she's just treating patients with with a bikini on.
Instead of going home and like, hey, you need to go get changed and get some correct gear, okay? None of the managers said anything. They're just like, no, whatever. It's hot.
They caught her later. They caught her later, and they stopped it. But I don't know how you could even.
I mean,
how could you even say that you didn't know it was see-through?
People do it all the time. I didn't know.
Ignorance does not make you exempt from the law, Ryan. All right.
Is that a law that you can't wear a bikini because it's so hot, and you're just trying to do your job? I mean,
I don't
come
know
on.
I don't know what the rule is at the hospital or at the clinic for what you have to wear when you're treating patients. That's a good question, and we should definitely look at Google after this.
Look at Google and find the policy of hospitals and what they are allowed to wear. I think that's a great. It needs scientific and legal study.
Can you wear a bikini while you're treating somebody? So Ryan, check this out. Both you and I worked at a company that used to deliver packages, right? And it used to pride itself on fast delivery and being efficient.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, that's not true for a Toronto man who just received a package this week. Unfortunately, Ryan, it was 8 years late.
I can see that happening. Like, so, because sometimes stuff gets lost, like in little crevices and such.
This happened. And the guy was like, I cannot believe that. So he's like, I got a package from his company, and I'm like, I haven't ordered anything from them in a really long time. And he was like, as a matter of fact, the last time I ordered something from them, I didn't get it. So I stopped ordering from them. And he went and looked back at his purchase history, and it was 8 years ago, and the package finally showed up. That's like a Castaway situation. Somebody working for that company was like stuck on an island with a volleyball covered in blood.
Castaway, Back to the Future. I've been waiting so long. I wanted to see who I delivered this letter to.
Oh yeah, we kind of had a running joke down at the office that you wouldn't show up. Guess I lost.
Great impersonation, Alex.
He's like, I've got something for you.
Hey guys, I guess I lost.
Don't make me break out my best impersonation. Titanium alloy, Gump. The same stuff they use on the effing space shuttle, Gump. That's Lieutenant Dan when he's showing him his leg.
That was the greatest. You deserve an Academy Award for that one.
I should at least receive a Good Times Academy Award for that. All right, Ryan. We're going back to Florida. Are you ready? Hold on to your hat. We're going back to the state of Florida.
I don't know if I
can. Here it comes. We're going back to the state of Florida, boys and girls. Make sure your socks are on because they're about to get knocked off.
Woo!
So, yeah, a couple in Florida, well, it was late at night, and they got a knock on their door. And they just were going to ignore it, but the door kept knocking. So the man went outside to check to see what was going on. There was actually 2 alligators fighting on his front porch. They were whipping the door with their tails. Ryan,
they're like, hey, call 911. They're fighting out here. Call 911 to get these crocs. Help us out.
They need to get the freaking croc guy from the Discovery Channel where he's like, here we go, let's go. Shelby, the croc guy.
There's so many of them. I remember who was the first one, the original, the OG. It was
the Crocodile Hunter.
Yeah, Crocodile Hunter, and then you got Nigel who came in later, and now there's another one.
Yeah, Shelby is. I think they call him the Swamp Man, and he like has river boats, and his like expertise is like finding logs that were sunk in the river. So like if it's old growth, he'll pull the log up and then sell it for a lot of money because those trees just aren't around. Yeah, and the trees get preserved in the water, you know.
And artists probably like to use them and such.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So what would you do if those alligators showed up on your porch late at night?
It'd be like this. I'd open it. Close it again.
No. I'm shutting the door.
Yeah.
We don't want none, alligators. Get out of here.
I'd be seeing like if someone like, if Joe Exotic knows anybody, give him a call. Like, hey, do you know anybody can take care of these crocs?
Ryan, I think Joe Exotic's busy in prison having COVID and losing his zoo again.
Okay. Carol Baskin. Remember he? Oh wait, yeah, he wasn't nice to those crocs in his show.
No.
Oh well, never mind. He
Ryan, he'd probably put those crocodiles and alligators on pizza. Oh, yeah, no problem. I'm coming over there and get those crocodiles for you, no problem.
Well, you remember when he blew up his own studio,
Allegedly, Ryan. There's no proof.
Who else?
Well,
like who else is gonna be like, I heard there's a studio over there, and I don't know why, but let's go burn it. Who has a motive besides him?
Ryan, I got a weird feeling about that guy who was doing the reality show. He kind of came off as kind of a shaky character himself.
Yeah, but you wouldn't burn all of your material. He was so excited. You could hear the excitement. He's like, "Ooh, get the camera running. Ooh, He had some gold. He had some gold."
He kind of got sick of dealing with Joe Exotic, and maybe he got paid out by insurance, right? Who knows?
I don't know about that, but you heard the lawyer too in the clip. He said,
"I did hear that. Yes, I heard.
You know what to do, right? You know what to." And Joe, he obviously thinks he knows what the lawyer is saying, but he doesn't really. Like, he didn't say go blow up, the studio. He probably said, "You know what to do," as in, "Hey, you got to just get rid of him, please."
You're going to have to go over to your studio and burn those crocodiles to the ground. And don't leave a trace of it. I don't want to have any of this on a deep dish pizza or a thin crust or any New York style. Nothing, Joe. There's no salvaging these crocs. I want everything burnt to the ground, you stupid son of a bitch. Stop trying to make a buck.
Alex, you're getting a little too comfortable on this show now. That's number 2.
Hey, now that's not a cuss.
No, you're pretty brutal.
The other one was a cuss word.
For Alex,
the other one was a cuss word.
A cuss word. There's only one cuss word in Alex's vocabulary in all the world. None of the other stuff is cuss.
The only one that's a cuss word is the F word, Ryan. All right, Ryan, we're gonna move on. We're going to another story. We're going to California, Ryan. Now, you got your college degree? You got a bachelor's, right?
Bachelor's and master's.
Oh wow! So I'm in rarefied air right now, Ryan. I applaud you. That's impressive. That is impressive.
Well, thank you.
That is impressive. Not as impressive as this, though, Ryan. There's a 13-year-old California boy. He just polished off his 4th associate's degree. He is a 4-time associate's degree holder. He's 13 years old. I was having a hard time finishing work packets in English and history in 8th grade when I was 13. I couldn't stay focused enough to do anything. And also, by the way, I went to college for 2.5 years. I didn't get one associate's degree. The only thing I got was a big student debt. So this kid's already light years ahead of me. I feel stupider now for having read that headline. Thanks a lot, Yahoo. Thanks a lot, pal.
Alex, I believe in you.
Don't be silent because you're trying to be nice.
No. Look at you. Look at us. Okay, look at us. Look at this talent. Look at you.
Who would have thought?
Yeah. Who'd have thought? Alex.
Ryan, you know what I noticed about these? I always look at myself in the camera, and you know what I noticed about myself? And I'm going to be vain here for a second. I am getting thinner and thinner in each one of these videos. As I go back, I look back at the previous videos, my face is not nearly as full. I'm starting to get sexy back again. Justin Timberlake would be proud of me. I'm starting to bring it back a little bit. I'm bringing sexy back. Oh, these podcast boys don't know how to act. Bring it to the bridge. Da 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 da.
He just disappeared.
Timberland?
Timberlake. He's like, I'm done.
Dude.
Bye.
Yeah, I've got my $1 million. Bye. Timberland used to be overweight too, but he's jacked now. Have you seen photos of Timberland?
I thought it was Timberlake.
No, it's Timberland. Okay.
Justin Timberlake?
Timberland made the beat for Sexy Back, and Justin Timberlake sang Sexy Back.
All this timber stuff. They're not trees. Come on now.
You're like
just
confusing me with trees. Timberlake, Timberland.
Timber, who cares?
Yeah, Timber, who gives a crap? Timber, shut your mouth.
Timber, we need more songs back. Come on now.
I know. He needs
we don't have Michael Jackson anymore. Come on.
Oh, man. Michael Jackson. McKenzie just sent me
king.
Dude, Mackenzie just sent me a link with a bunch of evidence that Michael Jackson is actually innocent of all those crimes.
All I know is he was awesome entertainer, and he could really sing and dance and.
So that just absolves him of all those terrible crimes, right? In your opinion, if he did them?
I don't know. I wasn't a judge. I wasn't a jury. I don't know about that stuff. I just know I enjoyed his music.
Okay, all right. Well, O.J. Simpson had some good work on the football field before, he was acquitted. He was never, found guilty, Ryan. But you're kind of going down that same road. You're going down the primrose path, bud. And I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I like it.
Well, okay. So all his work is just absolved because he got accused of something.
He paid off the people who were accusing him, and if you were innocent, why are you paying people off? That's just a question I have.
Because you have money.
Yeah, I guess. If you didn't do anything, I'm not giving you a dime. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be very pissed off, and I'm going to come to you for defamation.
So even if you didn't do anything, you could still get charged.
Well, he did get charged.
He still get in trouble. Depending on how biased the court is. So
I don't know. At the time when that happened when that happened in 93, he was at the height of his powers.
Are we talking about OJ or Michael?
Well, OJ was 94 and Michael was 93, so it was just a bad 2 years for those two superstars. Seriously though, when I saw that OJ Simpson was being accused of double murder, as a 10-year-old, my mind was blown because I just loved the Naked Gun movies. I was like, Nordberg killed somebody? This is the worst thing that ever happened to me.
I didn't even know. I didn't watch much sports. I didn't know who he was. All I knew was he was on the news for some trouble. And I remember there was this really long police chase where he was just driving the speed limit and they wouldn't pull over.
Yeah, he ran faster on the football field than he drove his car that day. Ryan, listen. Let me put it into perspective how good O.J. Simpson was. Football seasons are 16 games in the regular season now, and if you run for 2,000 yards, you are considered one of the all-time greats. Only 4 or 5 people have ever ran for 2,000 yards in a season, right? O.J. Simpson ran for 2,000 yards in a 14-game season. He did that in 2 less games.
Pretty good.
He was when he would break into the secondary, you're not catching him. He was so fast. He was so strong. He was so elusive. He could run people over. He was a mix of Barry Sanders, Walter Payton. There's film of him when he played at USC. He against UCLA. He actually single-handedly took that team to the Rose Bowl back in the 60s. There's a play where he's running over 4 or 5 guys and just trucks everybody into the end zone for 80 yards. No wonder they hired him for those freaking Hertz rent-a-car commercials where he's running through the freaking airport with a briefcase. That sucker is not showing up late to a flight, I can tell you that much. No way.
I can tell you Hertz needed him back maybe a little bit ago because, they're bankrupt now, so...
Oh, yeah.
Didn't get enough OJ in there, guys.
Yeah, the night OJ committed double murder, he also committed a third murder, Hertz. But Hertz didn't die until 20 years later. A really slow, painful death
because of OJ.
That's right. Thanks a lot, OJ. Thanks a lot for helping the economy, Juice. Way to go, bud. For the love of it. Way to go, bud.
Way to go.
So, hey, I'm gonna transition to our last story. And this is kind of a darker story, Ryan.
I don't like what's good times, man. How are we gonna?
Well, I can put a spin on it.
All right. Let's just give it a shot. Okay.
All right. We're going all the way to India. We're going to a country far away from the United States of America. We're going to India, Ryan.
Okay.
So there was some COVID-19 test samples, blood vials, and they were in the laboratory. And some monkeys barged into the laboratory, stole the samples of COVID-19 that were being tested, and took off to the woods with these samples. The monkeys were later found chewing on the vials of the samples. So it's actually, dude, It's like Jumanji come to life. It's like a real thing, man. They just need the hunter with the big old musket chasing around these monkeys.
It's the beginning of every zombie movie.
Well, it's like Outbreak Part 2. Morgan Freeman's going to show up. And
21 days later or something. Where
all the scientists are like, this is like a horrible deal because if these test samples actually had COVID-19 and then the monkeys get COVID-19 and they're out in the wild, they're going to pass it around to everybody. It's not going to be good, especially if these monkeys are bad monkeys because they're committing armed robbery already. They already have felonies. These monkeys aren't scared. These particular monkeys are dirtbags. So
we just got to be
careful.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They probably got a gang going on there.
So we're gonna end this sucker.
We're gonna end it, but I'm gonna say to the audience, come on, make some comments, okay? Make some comments, and thank you for subscribing and hitting the follow button or wherever you're at, hitting the notification bell. Appreciate it. And those of you who haven't, do it. Do it now, right now, because you're missing out. All right? Do it. Alex? Any last...
hit that subscribe button and those notification bells. So hit those buttons, please. They don't cost anything. Help a brother out.
Totally free. All right. Appreciate y'all. Laters.